The Strait of Hormuz, 21 miles, a global artery. Every 10 minutes, a tanker passes through, 30% of the world's seaborne oil. The equation is stark. 21 miles, 30% of global energy, infinite vulnerability. U.S. warships, designed for open ocean dominance, find themselves at a distinct disadvantage. Overwhelming naval power falters. Examine the math. A multi-billion-dollar destroyer built for thousands of square miles is reduced to a target. A single, low-cost mine can halt global commerce. No radar, no satellite, no signal. A fast attack craft, barely a blip, becomes a significant threat. Such variables change everything. The cost-benefit analysis shifts dramatically. Naval doctrine traditionally prioritizes mass and extended reach. Conventional wisdom dictates more ships, more formidable missile arrays, superior radar systems. This has been the established operational paradigm for decades. However, within the confines of Hormuz, that logic undergoes a fundamental inversion. An accumulation of power transforms into a distinct vulnerability. Vessels with immense radar cross-sections become immediate points of interest. Their operational envelope is severely constrained by the narrow channel and dense commercial traffic. Movement patterns become inherently predictable. The axiom that more equates to better simply fails here. The sheer number of hulls ceases to be the decisive factor. Consider the data. A single frigate in open ocean environments commands an effective search volume of approximately 50,000 cubic miles. In Hormuz, constrained by vessel traffic, shallow littoral waters, and geographical choke points, that effective volume shrinks by over 80%. The operational definition of presence itself changes. Ship count alone becomes an irrelevant metric. The operational reality within the Strait of Hormuz fundamentally redefines naval engagement. Unlike the vast expanse of open ocean, this is a dense, intricate operational environment. Geography dictates the terms. Shallow waters, scattered islands, and constricted choke points create a perfect tableau for ambush. Consider the noise. Thousands of civilian vessels, each one a potential visual obstruction or radar signature to filter, provide ideal concealment for swift, smaller threats. The adversary does not field a peer navy. Instead, it operates an asymmetric system meticulously designed for this specific battle space. Swarm tactics, fast attack craft, and anti-ship cruise missiles are launched from concealed positions. Their operational chain is lean. Observe, identify, target, strike, frequently executed in mere minutes. Often originating from platforms indistinguishable from commercial traffic, the probability of correctly identifying a hostile contact amidst 500 non-combatant vessels drops exponentially. This demands an order of magnitude more sensor processing power than in clear waters. Such costs in processing power and decision latency represent the real metric. The average decision cycle time for a hostile engagement in this environment drops from minutes to seconds. Consequently, we require a corresponding reduction in our own sensor-to-shooter loop, a compression of the entire UDI cycle. We do not worship the machine, we worship the equation. Standard naval responses are simply insufficient. We must analyze the carrier strike group as its inherent strength. The projection of overwhelming power across vast distances is fundamentally dulled by close-quarters engagement. A supercarrier cannot operate inside the strait itself. Its air wing demands extensive response time, substantial operational range for effective sortie generation, and clear, unobstructed airspace for launch and recovery cycles. The physical confines of the waterway, coupled with the sheer density of civilian traffic and the proximity of hostile shores, deny these critical operational parameters. Positioning a carrier here transforms a strategic asset into a high-value target, constrained and predictable. Now, consider the destroyers and cruisers tasked with escort, and their Aegis systems are optimized for distant, high-altitude threats, designed for engagements across hundreds of nautical miles. They are not engineered for a swarm of dozens of small, fast, radar-evading boats at point-blank range. emerging from the maritime clutter. Their primary weapon systems, the SM-2 and SM-6 missiles, target high-value sea aerial threats, a profound misapplication of resources in this environment. A $500,000 missile expended to sink a $10,000 drone boat is not merely inefficient, it represents a losing economic proposition from the outset. Lacking radar, satellite, or signal signatures, these small threats disappear into the maritime traffic, indistinguishable from the daily commercial flow until they are critically close, often within minutes of impact. The cost-per-kill ratio for a standard SM-2 missile against a fast attack craft can indeed exceed 50 to 1. Such expenditures are not sustainable. They offer no deterrent. Instead, they provide a clear invitation to attrition, a deliberate strategy to exhaust high-value munitions against low-cost, disposable assets, systematically eroding our combat effectiveness without a direct peer confrontation. The conventional calculus falters, necessitating a new equation. The F-35 Lightning II enters this operational space not as a fighter, but as an advanced sensor platform. Its primary function involves information dominance. Rather than being designed for dogfighting, this airframe is engineered to gather, process, and distribute data at machine speed, creating a dynamic, common operating picture. Its stealth signature serves more than just evasion, it enables persistent presence. Unobserved penetration becomes possible, allowing the craft to operate deep within contested zones where no other manned asset can loiter without instant detection. Consequently, the risk coefficient drops significantly. Regarding the sensor architecture, the electro-optical targeting system, EOTS, provides precision identification at range. The distributed aperture system, DAS, offers 360-degree multispectral awareness across 6 infrared sensors. It detects heat signatures from engine exhausts, identifies subtle wake patterns, and tracks small craft amidst complex maritime clutter, details utterly undetectable by conventional surface radar or human observation. Onboard processing power fuses this disparate data from multiple sources. It identifies threat patterns. A real-time, comprehensive tactical picture emerges, faster than any human operator can synthesize. Success relies not on reaction, but on preemption through superior perception. Here's the brutal arithmetic. A single F-35 sortie, operating undetected for hours, provides persistent intelligence equivalent to a swarm of less capable ISR assets, each with a higher probability of detection and a shorter time on station. Such efficiency reduces overall operational risk and resource expenditure. The critical metric remains endurance. An F-35 can remain airborne, low observable, observing and identifying targets for extended periods, providing persistent, high-fidelity intelligence. This offers a decisive advantage in the decision cycle. Such capability does not replace the naval surface combatant. Instead, it fundamentally augments its reach and redefines its operational envelope, extending the effective sensor range of the fleet. It pushes the perimeter of awareness far beyond the visual horizon, beyond the traditional radar horizon, transforming the battle space into a continuously monitored, predictive system. The solution architecture is a 3-layered defense. Detection forms the primary tier. The F-35 serves as the paramount, low observable reconnaissance asset. It orbits high above the strategic waterway, unseen, unheard. This platform transforms into an aerial command nexus, fusing disparate data streams. It delivers aggregated threat intelligence to surface combatants below, identifying inbound hostile swarms before they manifest as critical threats. Silent emissions, negligible signature, stealthy flight path. The F-35 establishes initial information asymmetry. It maps the operational environment with unparalleled resolution. Predictive threat generation follows. The cost of a lost asset, due to lack of early warning, far exceeds the operational expense of persistent F-35 overwatch. The second layer is denial. This demands surgical, low-collateral engagement. The F-35's internal weapons bay houses precision munitions. These are engineered for specific high-value objectives, individual fast attack craft, or concealed shore-based missile emplacements. Minimal environmental impact is guaranteed. High-end ordnance is conserved. The aircraft also acts as a forward air controller for naval assets. It guides smaller, longer-range projectiles from surface vessels, maximizing their kill probability per round. This optimizes the expenditure-to-effect ratio. Waste is eliminated. Optimal engagement parameters are calculated. The third layer is deterrence. The very existence of the F-35 within the battlespace fundamentally modifies the adversary's strategic calculus. Omnipresent, unseen surveillance platforms dismantle their reliance on initial stealth and tactical surprise. Their asymmetric advantage evaporates, their operational confidence erodes. Such factors represent the critical psychological variable. If they cannot initiate an attack with impunity, their entire offensive framework becomes untenable. Perceived risk of mission failure skyrockets. Expected cost of engagement drastically increases. Success here is not about overwhelming force. It is about systematically removing the adversary's confidence in their own operational equations. The fundamental question persists. Why does overwhelming naval capability falter within the constricted channels of Hormuz? The answer reveals a profound shift in the operational landscape. Sheer volume, the raw mass of steel and personnel, was systematically outmatched. It was overridden by the critical variables of signature management, rapid velocity, and the complex noise of literal environments. The appropriate response is not simply an increment of existing assets. It demands a redefined sensor network, a novel class of precision shooter. The F-35 rebalances this strategic calculus. Its integrated stealth and comprehensive sensor fusion directly counter the adversary's reliance on overwhelming swarm tactics and natural concealment. This represents the quantifiable advantage. Stealth plus sensor fusion now decisively outweighs swarm plus clutter. We do not worship the machine, we worship the logic. Such is the brutal arithmetic of future naval power.